Welcome to Better Than Yesterday. I'm Adam Churchman here with my homie Oliver Saunders.
What up?
Thank you guys for tuning in today. We have a special episode. It's not the same as usual when it's just me and Oliver chopping it up.
Switching
today,
it up.
We've got a guest. I'm fond of her. My wife, Eliza Churchman.
Yeah.
Hi,
yeah.
guys.
Welcome
what up,
to the
B?
show.
What up,
Thank
B?
you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, so we're really excited about this episode. When I was thinking about what we'll be talking about, I felt like it's so important to the personal development journey is the work ethic that you need to have to make something successful.
Yes.
I've never, you hear like the overnight success type of stories. I don't believe in them.
Yeah.
I don't believe in them. There's years of hard work that goes unnoticed and unseen
Right.
before all of a sudden that overnight success came out. So I wanted to spend some time today just chatting about the importance of a hard work ethic.
Absolutely.
My wife probably is the hardest worker I know. I know you hustle like crazy, balancing dad life, balancing everything,
Gotta
all
make
the
it work,
endeavors
yeah.
that you're doing. And I thought we should spend some time chatting about the importance of a hard work ethic.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you for your time, E. We appreciate you being on the show. You're amazing. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
everything
having
you've
me.
helped us with as well. In the Better Than Yesterday, we're getting the community going. So Adam, kick it off, big dog.
Yeah, so I think, I'm very lucky to say that when you are trying to be your best self, it always helps to have that person that you can look to that sets a standard that you
Holds you
admire
accountable.
and holds you accountable,
Yep.
and that pushes you to be more. In my experience, that's my wife. Hardest work
that.
ethic ever. Eliza, I want to know what makes you tick, because this started years ago for you. I think every single person that I know that has known you for a long time, when we what's Eliza doing? Working. Go figure.
Yeah.
She's always
Every time we
grinding.
talk, yep.
Where, when did this start, and how did you develop a work ethic at a young age? Because a lot of young people don't have a great work ethic. What sparked in you?
I don't really know. I've always had the desire to want more. I don't like feeling like I'm just settling for mundane. I don't like feeling like I'm just going to go to work my 9 to 5. Well, in my case, it's not 9 to 5.
She goes hard.
How many hours a
9
week?
a.m. till midnight.
Yeah.
Wow.
How many hours a week? I work about, at my 2 jobs, pardon me, at my 2 jobs, I work about 55, 60 hours a week.
Every
Just
week.
at my scheduled jobs.
Right.
That's
And then I've
legit.
got my own little
And you have your own side hustles
things
and your
that I'm trying
businesses
to
that you
do
got.
and,
Yeah.
Yeah.
write books and
Yep.
work with live edge wood and resin, custom laser engraving, charcuterie boards.
Which she
and
does.
then
Which
I've-
she does. Amazing. Amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, and then even for me still, I still want to do more.
Yeah.
I want to do more. I just have this hustle. I have this this thing inside of me. I don't want to be a minimum wage employee with a minimum wage work ethic.
Yeah.
I never want to be that. I want more for my life. I want more for my partner. I want to be the best that I can for us. We don't have kids, so it's us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so I've never, ever wanted to be someone that just settles or that someone can't depend on, that someone can't rely on. Because I've always had, past partners, past friendships, I've always felt like I was the one giving and not receiving. So it's I'm doing this for me.
Right.
And I'm doing this for us because I now have a partner that supports me in all of my crazy ventures and my crazy ideas.
Right.
And he's just like, sure.
Do
it.
Do you ever have days that you lack the motivation, or is it
Yeah.
just I'm ready to go all the time?
Yeah, no, all the time. All the time I don't want to do it. I'm
Yeah.
tired. I average about, I want to say between 3 to 4.5, 5 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And there's so many days that I'm I just want to take a day, but I'm not going to accomplish my goals if I sit on the couch.
Yeah. What helps you? What helps you reignite that fire when you see the flame going a little bit low?
The goals that we've set together. We check in all the time with our goals, our accomplishments. We hold each other accountable, and I don't want to let them down. I don't want to let myself down. Mainly me, because I know that you won't be disappointed with me.
Right.
But yeah, it's mainly I don't want to feel like I'm letting myself down. I don't want to feel like I'm letting him down. I don't want to feel like I'm letting people around me down.
Yeah.
I always want to like give, and I want to give back, and I want to create multiple streams of income so that I can afford time to be able to give back to other people.
Yes.
And I want to give back to animals. That was kind of the main reason that I decided to write a cocktail book, is because I want to give a portion of proceeds to some animal charities that I'm super passionate about.
That's beautiful.
They rescue like severely abused cases. And it's just a way for me to be able to give back. So
I have a question for you, Adam. When you have a partner that's ready to go all the time, does that put the fire under you as well on days where you're feeling like, maybe I'd be a little bit tired, but you're like, hold on, she about to go do 2 jobs. Let me get my ass up.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's so hard to complain about being tired.
Right. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Yeah, like it. So yeah, it does motivate. It absolutely. I say a lot of times, I would definitely not be where I am today if I didn't have a partner with the work ethic that Eliza has. It's really hard to sit on a couch and be like, this is good. Well, she's out there grinding it to help. Because like what she said, she's like, our goals and our dreams aren't just going to land in
Just
our
happen.
lap, right?
Yeah.
And so she is the epitome of like, go out and get what you want. And so for me, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword. I think I'm naturally way lazier. Like for real. Like I work and I come home and I'm like, I had a good day. I did the gym. I did my job. I'm like, I'm good to chill. And Eliza's like, oh yeah? Because I just did 2 shifts. On my day off, I'm going to be in the shop. I'm writing a book. I'm doing these things. I'm like, she's like, what are you doing?
He's like, I got to do something.
Like,
Huh?
okay.
Think about grocery shopping.
Yeah.
But like you do the grocery shopping, you do a lot of stuff around the house that I don't have the time
for.
to do.
And you know what?
So like it's a balance.
Yeah, and life is a balance. And can I just say that you guys have one of the most beautiful relationships that I've seen since we've met. I met both of you guys together.
Yeah.
You guys have always been so happy, so respectful, so loving towards each other, towards everybody that's around you guys. Like you could literally see like an aura around you guys. Like when you guys walk into when you guys walked into Vanderpump, when you guys walk into places, I'm sure it's known. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to be around. It's just great energy. So like hats off to both of you guys. I am very blessed to have you guys in my life and going on this journey and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
100%.
that's I mean, you guys have to pat yourselves on the back for that because that's something you work at too, right?
Yeah.
It is, and that's the thing is that I really want to get across is that it is hard work and it takes,
It's a job.
You kind of banged it out. When I was thinking work ethic, I'm thinking how many hours she works, right? But you're absolutely right. Work ethic isn't just career focused. It's the energy that you put into the things that matter to you.
Boom.
Right?
Boom.
It's
That's
your
deep.
relation. She works 60 hours a week. That's a work ethic.
Yep.
But a relationship is work as well if you want it to be the best.
All the time.
All the time. It never
That's
stops.
all the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's all the time.
Yeah.
So wow.
Yeah. So Eliza, with your work ethic, now you have a bunch. You have your jobs. You have your passion projects. You have an internal work ethic and fire that keeps you going. Mm-hmm. Talk to me about how do you harness that, or how do you show up and work where people might not necessarily have that same work ethic. When you do your own thing, you're your own person. You're your own boss. You control the vibes. You control that. But when you're working in a setting with a lot of other people that might not
be as motivated
or have that independent work ethic and initiative, like how do you walk through that, and how do you try to pull that out of other people?
Well, I never want to be known as like the lazy person at work. I don't ever want to go to work and be like, have people be like, I'm going to have to pull double my weight because I'm working with Eliza tonight and she doesn't help do things, or she doesn't run food or run drinks from the bar. I never want to be that person. I want to be the person that people can depend on. And I also feel like you need to lead by example. If I'm going to ask you to do something, I better be willing to do it myself. Yeah, I'm not a, like I said the other day, I don't I don't vibe with like a dictator style of management or
Leadership.
I just
You know,
I'm
it's
a
fu-
lead by example. I will do the same work that I expect someone else to do, and I hope to get that in return.
Right.
You
Can
know?
can I say that that's very admirable because I feel like, you know, when sometimes you get to a certain level, some people think that, oh, I'm above this, or I'm you know what I mean? And I feel like those are the people that lose touch with their businesses, or you know what I mean? Everybody has to stay down to earth, and I love the fact that you said I wouldn't do anything that I wouldn't ask you to do anything that I wouldn't do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that you're willing to get down, and that just shows that that's why you're successful in everything that you do. You know what I mean? And people
Yeah.
could feel the realness. That's
I firmly believe that. Like I don't vibe with the people that are do as I say but not as I do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not for
It's
me.
not an effective way to lead,
No.
right? And so to be able to take that work ethic that you have and lead by example says more than just words, right? It's you're doing it. How do you handle? So you're in a leadership role. How do you help? You know, maybe you've got a worker that's not. And for the people listening who are growing, maybe they're in positions of leadership in their jobs and they're struggling because obviously if you're tuning into this, you have that mindset of like, I want to be the best I can.
Right.
And then you show up at work and you're surrounded by people who don't.
right.
Right. But
or just okay with doing
the bare minimum to
getting
get by.
by.
Yeah.
Yep.
How do you, or what would you say is an effective way to help bring out some of that from people who might not naturally have that work ethic?
I like to just like have conversation with them and find out why and what they need and what I can do for them to help them be better, like
Right.
and not better at their job, but like
Right.
just all well-rounded and better and have that dream and that desire and just try and help them ignite something in them just so that they're not just sitting there complacent.
right.
We've all worked jobs we don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do it. And you know what you should do? Go in and do it as best as you can because that's what you're there to do. That's what you're being paid to do.
Right.
You're not being paid to stand around and chat and be complacent. You're being paid to work.
Do you ever feel like because with such a hard work ethic and such motivation, it sort of reminds me of like Kobe Bryant, right?
Yeah.
Like you're there before everybody else.
Yeah.
You're going hard while everybody's there and you leave after everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do you ever come up with like feelings of resentment sometimes for people because you're like you said, you never want to be the person that when you walk in, you're like, oh, Eliza's here, so I got to do double the work.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that you walk in and you're like, oh, so is here, I got to do triple the work.
I try not to like focus on things like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm here to do my job and I'm going to do my job the best that I can.
I love that.
If you're not going to do your job and you're not going to do it the best you can, that's on you.
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take that because sometimes I need to hear that Eliza voice in my head.
Yeah, I'm not
Because
built that way
There's a
either.
reason why people just sit and they're just they never grow, they never get promotions, they never get like praise and recognition. There's a reason, and it's because
That's a
people
truth bomb
see
right there.
the people like the bosses. Everyone sees and everyone knows when people are working hard and when they're not, and you don't have to tell people that you're working hard.
Actions speak louder than words.
100%.
That's, you know what?
Actions speak louder than words.
That is a truth bomb. I think it's so. I've dealt with so many people who are like the kind of woe is me. They're in their job and they're not getting the raises, they're not getting the promotions, and they can't. They just. It's always someone else's fault.
Right.
But I think what you just nailed it is like everybody can see you.
Right.
Everybody can see your work ethic.
Right.
Everybody can see how you show up every day. Like maybe it's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to look at yourself, which a lot of people don't want to do. It's easier to be like, they did it, or that's the reason why I didn't do it, than to look in the mirror and be like,
I didn't
I
do
could
it
go
'cause it was
harder.
me.
I could go harder. I
Right.
could work harder. I could make things be better. You know. And do you think? So I love the fact that you don't let the outside people bother you. And you were saying that we're not as good. And we're human. I'm not as
good at
Is that a thing that a thing that can get under your skin?
Oh, 100%.
Because you're in a leader position
Yeah,
as well.
I struggle with that all the time.
Yeah.
And I think, I can wrestle with bitterness, resentment, with like, this guy's not pulling his weight. Like, You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it can throw me off.
Right.
But what I find though is that, and I think I should probably learn from you a little bit, is that what I find is as soon as I start thinking about what that person's not doing well,
Right.
It's
now all of
taking
a
my
sudden,
focus away from me.
right, now I'm not doing what I'm supposed to
Right,
be
and
doing.
you- right, and you're
I'm
not-
becoming that.
Right, you're right. Whatever you're doing now, you're taking time to think about that and dwell on that instead of focusing on the project that's at hand.
Right.
So now instead of doing that project at 100%, maybe you're doing it at 85 with the resentment.
Right,
Da, da, da.
right. And I'm probably not showing up for my people properly either, right? Because my mind is in this like as soon as you switch to like bitterness and resentment or like that, your vibes, that's what you're
Putting
dealing
out.
with, right?
Right.
And people are coming to you and now you're short-tempered and you're frustrated and you're not pouring into your people in the right ways,
Yes.
and all because you've allowed outside to impact inside. So
And like, don't
props
get
to
me
you.
wrong, there's certain circumstances and stuff that over time they are going to build up, and it will be something that you have to address.
Right.
But
And so how do you address it when it gets when do you know that it gets to the point where you have to say something? And then what do you say? What would you say to somebody?
I never bring things up right away. I'm like, okay, maybe someone had an off day. Maybe
Right,
it's
because
like,
you never know what
outside
somebody-
circumstances.
Right.
Maybe they've got something going on. Maybe their pet passed away. Like
Mm-hmm.
something, But when it's a repeat pattern over and over and over and
Right.
over, it's like, okay, now something needs to be said.
Let's nip it in the
Rep-
bud.
rep- repetitive
it's
behavior.
like, okay, I thought, I was giving grace before, but it's like, no, okay, this is actually an issue. This is something that needs to be brought up. This is something that needs to be said.
I think you're hitting the nail right on the head, because you do have to have somewhat compassion for other people,
Yeah.
because you don't know
Yeah.
what somebody's going through. And just because somebody doesn't say, "Hey, I'm having a horrible day. This happened," they could still be having a horrible day.
Right.
But you nailed it on the head when you said once it's happening repeatedly, it's happening over and over. It's like, okay, now it's affecting everybody else,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
and
How do you help-
it becomes cancer in the workplace.
Right.
It just becomes cancer. It's negativity spreads, and it's like you do not need that one negative person to ruin what everyone else already has going on, because it's just going to spread throughout everyone, and it's just going to turn it into such an ugly vibe. Like, get rid of the cancer.
Yeah,
Wow.
fair enough. So talk to me, we talk about your sort of day-to-day jobs.
Yeah.
Talk to me about all the, like, for lack of a better word, random
Yeah, they are.
side hustles and passion projects that you come up with. As someone who works so much,
Yeah.
where do you get your ideas from? How do you maybe there's somebody out there that's listening to this and they're like, I want to
Start something, but
yeah,
I
I want
don't
to start
know.
something. Like, I don't know what I'm good at or what I want to do. Like,
Just-
how do you
just do it.
How do
Just
you
try.
How do you pick something that you want to do? Like, where do you just say, oh, let's try this?
Well, when I started doing working with like the resin and live edge wood and custom engraving and stuff, that all started during during lockdown in 2020. I just started seeing videos on Instagram and Facebook about these giant river tables, and I'm like, I could do that. Maybe. I
In
don't
our-
know.
in our
I'll try it.
condo.
Right.
Yeah.
But
I'll try. Like, this
Funny
is where it all
thing,
stems.
funny thing about this. So at the time we were up on like the 15th floor in a
Yeah.
nice condo at the time, and she's like, I think I might want to start working with resin. And I do health and safety for my day-to-day job, right?
Right.
And I'm like, want to use resin inside?
right.
Okay. I come home and I'm like, oh man, she's got a respirator on. I'm like,
I just
we
went and
can't
bought
do
stuff
this
and I
inside.
just did it.
Hey, you know what? That is so dope.
But she's just like, I wanted to learn how to try this. And we, in our living situation, we don't have a shop or anything. In our, she's like, I'm going to try it.
But you know what? That's the coolest thing, because you know how many people would have been like, I really want to try this, but I can't do it because I'm in a condo, or I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that. The fact that you just do it is the fact that separates you from so many people. You know what I mean? The
Like,
fact
when
that
we moved, like, I found a
I
little,
think that's the
a little.
coolest
It's
thing.
called Maker Cube. Shout out Maker Cube. They are amazing. It's like this little community where I rent a shop space. They have a full woodworking space.
I love that. Wow.
Pottery, like they do so much stuff there. CNC machines, like it's amazing. And so I rent
Rent it
a
out.
studio and I rent it, and I can go use all of their tools, do everything,
That's beautiful.
make everything there. That's where I do like the laser engraving and everything.
Yeah.
So if you want to do something, you'll figure out a way.
Yeah.
You know what? And like like you said, you'll figure out a way. There are things all over, and the thing I love about what you do is you take a hobby and your mindset, whereas mine isn't. I'm like, I like to do this, and then I just think I like to do it. You think a lot with I like to do this.
How can I monetize?
Bang.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah.
It's a mindset
Okay,
that I
listen,
don't
if we didn't
necessarily have naturally.
If
That's serious.
I didn't do that though, like our house would be stacked full.
Oh,
of
we'd have way too many charcuterie
stuff.
boards.
Like, it would be a problem.
How many guests we got coming
Yeah,
over?
like, we don't have that much cheese.
You need to buy more cheese.
Yeah.
I know you don't eat it right now, but like
Yeah.
you need to get more.
So crafts so the arts and stuff, like the creative stuff from that is
Yeah.
one thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What made you think about writing a book? Because that
Espresso martini.
espresso martini book. Yeah, tell us a little bit about what it is and why. Like, what made you think about doing that?
Actually, what sparked me to do that was my friend Gemma. She wrote a kid's book called The Beagle and the Baby, available on Amazon.
Hey.
And it was, she wrote about her dog and she was a new mom, stay-at-home mom, and that's kind of what sparked her to write a book and get it on Amazon. And then I was like, I could do that. Like I'm going to try doing that.
Yeah.
And you
he's
have a
like,
little
"What?"
bit.
And
You have a
he's
little
like,
bit of experience in the
I have
world.
a little bit of experience in the bartending, cocktail making world.
Yeah.
Only like 23, 25 years.
Yeah. just a little
I'm
bit.
new.
Just a little
New in
bit.
the industry. Yeah, and I was just like, I want to do this because I want to give back. So this is just one of the ways for me to give back. So one of the days I was going to go to the shop and I was feeling kind of under the weather. I'm like, I don't want to waste my day. And I hopped on Canva and I designed a book.
Look at that work ethic.
And-
She's literally sick. So she didn't want to go, she couldn't go out to work. So she's like, let me think of work I could bring to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Yeah.
There's days that I'm going to channel my inner E, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I have motivation just like regular, on some days it's more than others and stuff like that. But the fact that in the back of your mind, you're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could only imagine how you know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
I can't.
How can I not show
I
up?
can't not put something else on the table when she's coming to the table too.
Right.
It's a beautiful thing.
I get, like with you though, it's a very different situation. You work, you've got all your other endeavors. You've got 2 kids at home
Yeah.
who are adorable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like you're busy. So trying to find that time, like I said, like we don't have kids. So
Right.
I've got time.
Yeah,
I've
but
got all that extra time.
But still,
right?
you know what? Don't ever downplay what you're doing because what you're doing is serious. You know what I mean? Well, and you
I'm
know
trying.
what? When you have kids, it's just a part of the thing. It's just a part of my life now.
Yeah.
But also a part of my life since I have kids is wanting to provide for them the best life
Right.
that I can.
Yeah. Right.
So you know what I mean? But that work ethic is something that's very admirable, and the fact that you've had it since you were so young is something that's even
I got
crazier.
my first
because-
job when I was 13.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah.
She's been working.
Wait till my
years
mom
old.
comes on this podcast. She's gonna be like, "Where were you at? We could have used you in his life so long." You know what I mean?
I feel like if she was sitting here too, like you guys would be like, moms are lecturing us right now.
Well, I mean, straight hustlers and like,
Straight hustlers.
Yeah.
And yeah, but I mean, a hustler can recognize a hustler. You know what I mean? And hats off to you. Like that's
I want to make
very
money when
impressive.
I'm sleeping. I don't want to just make money on my Monday to Friday, 9 to
Yes.
5
Yes.
type deal. Like
Yeah.
I want to make money when I'm sleeping.
My
so,
mom calls it perpendicular money. When you getting money while you're sleeping, I think that's the right. Is it
Yeah.
perpendicular?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like,
Perpendicular, yeah.
okay, cool,
You're
cool.
laying down. And you're
Shout out to my
sleeping.
math teacher.
Yeah. So Eliza, before we head off here, what I want you to leave the audience with something.
Okay.
When you look at the work that you're putting in day to day, you're tired sometimes, you're sick and you're still starting stuff, you don't feel like doing it. Talk about the reward on the other side of that hard work and some of the things that, the fruits of your labor, because let's be honest, if there's never a positive outcome at the end of it, what are we working for? And so can you just share a little bit
That's a good point.
about the celebrations that you've been able to see from some of your hard work?
It's for me like when I got the email from Amazon saying your book has been published, I was like, this is sick. I felt grateful. Like I love having that grateful feeling. I feel very lucky, and I hate using the word luck because like I put
It's
time
not
and I
luck.
put
Yeah,
effort
it's not-
into
no,
it.
it's not-
but I
it's
feel
not
I
luck.
feel lucky that
Blessed, maybe.
Yeah.
blessed.
Maybe
yeah.
blessed because it's not
Yeah.
luck. It's not luck. You're putting in the
That
work.
you know because they have to go through everything and approve it and see if like they will allow it to be sold on their site. And I feel like I feel blessed that worked out. Like when I do like the custom laser engraved boards, like it's just it's a great feeling seeing someone so happy with something they're getting.
Right.
So it's a way to give to people, but it also like I appreciate the feeling that it gives to me, making people happy.
Right.
So
So the full circle of the hard work actually fills your soul.
yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
If I'm not doing things to better myself or the people around me or people watching, then what am I doing?
I love that. I love that. That's yeah.
That's amazing. Well, Eliza, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And you got to shout out where we could find some of your book.
Yeah,
where
The
we could
book is
find.
on Amazon. It's called Espresso, Caffeine and Cocktails.
Hey.
It's available on all Amazon platforms. Like I said, a portion of proceeds goes towards helping animals in need, charities that I'm passionate about. I have it on my Instagram, which is @Miss.Shiza, Miss.Shiza. Or Resin for the Home.
Yeah.
That's another one. I haven't posted on there in a while, but it doesn't mean I haven't been doing
Check it
things.
out.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Resin for the home.
Check
is a
it
good
out.
one.
It's amazing.
Yeah. So that's just kind of.
Awesome.
it.
Well, thank you for sitting down and joining us today.
This has
Thanks for
been
having me.
Yeah.
One of my favorite episodes. Thank you for everything that you've said and I know it's going to resonate with the listeners because there's even some things that I'm like, okay.
The thing is if you want to do it, just do it. Just try. Don't let naysayers get in your head. Don't let people tell you you can't do something. You can do whatever you want. And the people who are going to tell you you can't do it, they're the ones not doing anything themselves.
That's the realest
So
shit.
don't listen to them. You don't want to be like them.
That's the realest
Do
shit.
what you want to do.
That's
Period.
awesome.
Period. It don't get better than
Just do what you wanna do.
It don't get better than
That's
that.
it.
It don't get better than that.
All right. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We really appreciate. Drop a like, drop a comment. Keep the
Share.
conversation going, and appreciate all the support and the love. Better than yesterday.
Better than yesterday.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.